good, fam? It's your boy Dway's on Blaze. You know the name, you know the face, you know the time, you know the place. And today we back again with a brand new react. Matter of fact, we about to get into something serious, guys. This situation has been a bit of a it's been a tough one, bro. Especially for Zoocci, because he feels trapped. He feels stuck. He feels like Stalo trapped him, you know? And Stalo saying there's no such thing. You just have a contractual obligation with us, sir. Please fulfill it. And Zoocci's like, nah, you faked the signature. So we're about to get into it today. All right. Okay. So do we need to reconsider the Zoocci Coke Dope and Stalo situation? Okay. This video is by pthvtg that we're reacting to. Okay. And yeah, let's get into it. Enough for me. All right.
What's going on, you guys? So check it right. As we all know by now, Zoocci Coke Dope has been going through a battle with his current label being Stay Low. And on current State of Mind 5, he made some serious allegations against the label, stating that he didn't sign any papers or contract to partner up with Stay Low. He stated that the label and Von are basically trying to make him broke and don't like to see him getting money, which will directly affect his family.
Do you guys believe that? Do you believe that Vaughn does not want to see Zoocci eat? Like, I don't see the benefit in signing an artist as dope as Zoocci, a producer, an engineer, and then not wanting him to work and make you money. It kind of doesn't make sense, you know? It's counterintuitive, counterproductive, if you will. So, I don't know. It sounds like a strange situation. I don't know, would Zoocci really lie about that? They faked the signature? Because that sounds crazy, by the way. You know? I don't know.
He said that the label owns his whole catalog or publishing, and he doesn't know how that happened, basically saying they faked his signature. And lastly, he doesn't understand why they're putting him through this treatment, because all he wants to simply do is not work with them. So as I said, some serious allegations from Zoocci. Now, one particular individual who works at Stay Low and is an important figure at the label is Fred Kayembe.
Before we get into Fred Kayembe, I just want to say it kind of is a weird thing, you know, when it comes to how artists feel they deserve certain things, you know, and contractually they might not have realized, like, oh no, you actually don't get that, or you know what I'm saying? So there might be a contractual dispute here where I think both sides are not seeing, you know, eye to eye on how the negotiations actually were supposed to result in a mutually beneficial contract for both of them. So there's a misunderstanding there. And another thing I feel as well is that, you know, actually, who cares what I feel? Let's carry on.
Where he's the head of strategy and ideation. Now, he made his way to chopping it with Bhuda T and had some very interesting things to say in regards to Zoocci's situation.
What's is he Stay Low? He is, right? The venting song was about y'all.
I mean, I don't know what man, I'll be honest with you.
What do you mean? You tapped out? You don't tap.
So,
but wait, but he is one on Stay Low.
Signed to us on so we initially started working with News, and he was signed to record label and management.
Why did block out the name?
And he decided that he didn't want to work with us anymore. Immediately we released him from the management contract, but he's still signed to us under the record label.
So what's that about? Like, wait, so he decided that when? Before you guys had put out anything, or were you guys part of anything that he put out?
We put out 3,000
plus
Anxiety Plus.
Okay.
Right. We
Okay.
put out.
Wait, hold on. My thing is, why can't they just address the allegation of the signature was faked and he doesn't understand how they own his catalog now? Like, I want them to make that part make sense, okay? Because I don't understand how all of a sudden your catalog is just gone, and then they also getting away with faking your signature to sign you. They're saying they let you go, but you're still signed to them. Okay, if you're still signed to them, then why don't they want to unsign you? They must tell us, why do you not want to unsign Zoocci? What are the obligations? Tell us, because at this point, clearly you guys can't resolve it with Zoocci. So just tell us, the public, and let us, the court of public opinion, decide, you know?
We guys together, and sometime after that, he decided that he didn't want to work with us
Where did that stem from?
anymore.
Do you think? Or
I mean, I
what
don't.
were the conversations?
I don't want to speak about it too much because it is a legal matter.
Legal.
At
Of course,
this stage,
yeah.
it is a legal matter at this stage. But
So if it is a legal matter, then clearly something was signed, because it would never get to be a legal matter if nothing was signed, right? Because Zoocci saying they faked the signature, but then again, I don't understand. Did you or did you not sign to them? Because we understand that there was a time you were around Stay Low, you were doing work for them, and then all of a sudden that faded. Now, during that time, is Zoocci saying he never signed nothing at all? At all? He was just there, just chilling, like, I'ma just work for y'all? Because something had to be signed for him to have felt like, okay, I'm working with Stay Low now, right? Or else, how could they hold him hostage? I just don't understand this. Because they clearly feel like we signed you. He's saying, nah, you faked the signature. That's what I'm seeing here.
yeah, he decided that he didn't want to work with us anymore, and so we severed the management ties. But there's an entire conversation to be had as far as the investment.
Let's talk about it.
As a record label. I think that historically, you know, there has been. We can't pretend like corporations and record labels and macro businesses haven't exploited artists. Right?
Yeah, because they have.
This has been going on since the
Yeah,
beginning
this
of
is
time.
the history of the game. Yeah.
This has been going on since the beginning of time.
Why bhuda looks so uncomfortable, bro? Why is he just... yeah. He looks very uncomfortable in this situation. I think because he can feel the energy. He can feel that this energy is corporate energy. This energy is that energy where they're telling you, yeah, you're an artist, but we're a corporation, man. We need our bread, okay? I don't care what you're singing about there, Zoocci. You're crying about who? We don't care. All right, give us our bread.
The music industry and beyond. And so when as listeners, as consumers, as fans, right, we are partial to the artists because the artists are the ones who we have a relationship with.
Yeah,
you know
they're
what I
the
mean?
ones who have our heart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's they have our hearts, they have our ears, they have our. It's like you build that connection with this person, and they work, and so their voice is quite literally a voice. It's like that's how they communicate with you.
Yeah.
Record labels and businesses, maybe for the better, don't have that. You don't build that relationship because you know you're
With the audience, yeah.
with,
You don't.
with the audience, right? And while there is, like I said, it's like there's a history of this that dates back to the formative years of entertainment, right? It's like
This guy's really talking around it, bro. He's really going around. Oh, it goes back to the days of Cain and Abel. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? We asked about today, Zoocci. Don't tell us about, it goes back to, artists have been robbed and, corporation. Bro, just tell us, bro, is Zoocci being held against his will or nah? Free Zoocci, bruh. What the hell is this, dog? Bruh? What?
it is also a very convenient narrative to jump onto because it's a very convenient narrative.
Yeah, because it's believable.
It's believable,
Yeah.
right? There's so much credence and credibility in this. Is like it's happened so many times in front of our eyes where artists have been exploited and taken for every last penny. And what I'm saying is that it's really important to analyze the information that we consume, right? It's like because a lot of times.
But a lot of the times, these guys hide the information. We don't know. We can't see. You guys hide it. You talk about it in your little corners. Okay, we don't know what's going on, bro. We're trying to find the answers, bro. And the thing about label execs, bro, they love talking around things, bro. It's like politicians, bro. Love talking around the situation. They don't want to get to the meat and potatoes of what's actually going down here. Tell us what has occurred and let's find a resolution here. A resolution, a solution, all the lutions, please, bro.
These accusations and this vitriol that's being spread and all these critiques is like they're telling you about how they feel, right?
Yeah, it's it's an emotional
but what
expression.
are the facts saying though?
Yeah.
You know
Tell
what I'm
us.
saying? What is the business saying?
Tell us.
You know what I mean? It's like South Africa has a troubled past. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we've been under an oppressive regime for a very, very long time. And it's not even that, we're not even that far away from the first democratic election. That was
From that
1994. A
trauma,
lot of
yeah.
people who unfortunately were direct victims of
Bro, this guy's going back to 1994. Bro, I just feel like this guy's talking just to talk, bruh. Like, just to talk, nje, you know? Like, he's straying so far from the actual, you know, problem here. The problem at hand, bro.
of that regime are still alive.
Still
right?
exist, yeah.
I think that it is irresponsible and exploitative to jump onto that because it's triggering. It's triggering to black folk, right? I'm saying what's happening now is that there's a narrative about the big white man corporation.
That's what they,
you know what I mean?
always be turned into.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, right?
But did it happen?
And like I said, I'm speaking for myself. These accusations that are being leveled against Stay Low, or that are being leveled against Vaughn, maybe specifically, do they consider that I run the record label?
Ooh, boss!
Yeah, because you're the...
Boss! Do they consider that I run the shit? Me! Bruh, me. That might be saying something too. That might be saying something, but I do not want to go down that road. For some reason lately, I've just been getting a lot of warnings, a lot of flags. It's like, you know, the Matrix is watching me. They're like, hey, you, slow down, my boy. I ain't even done much, bro, but okay.
What, you're the black man?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, do they consider?
There's a black man in the label.
Yeah, because I'm saying I'm not a guy in the label, right? I'm not a guy in the label. I'm saying me, Dale, Vaughn, Brick and Mortar founded Stay Low.
Yeah.
We were tasked to
Why is there so much redacted information, bro? You see, now that's my problem. That's my problem, because there's a lot of redacted information here where they're just blocking out names, they block out certain things. When they start doing things like that, I start to get fishy. Why are we hiding things? Why are you coming on a podcast to talk about it, but then you're hiding names, you're hiding things? I don't know.
To run the company. All of us have been instrumental in the strategy, in building the foundation as far as the values.
In the business.
In the business. We all sign things off. There's nothing that happens that is out of my purview, right? So what I'm saying about
CEO talk.
this very convenient narrative that is and from a consumer and audience.
So is he trying to say he's the one that Zoocci should have a problem with? Is that what he's trying to say here? I don't know. Sounds like
perspective is like, I don't blame you, right? Because it's like, as soon as this very sensitive matter is likened to like, yo, look at what these people have been doing to us for 50 years, for 100 years. It's like, yo, it's a very triggering thing. So we go, here we go again. But I'm just saying that there's nothing that goes on in Stay Low that I don't know about. There's nothing that goes on in Stay Low that we don't
understand.
collectively sign off. There's nothing
And
that
that
goes
isn't
on.
above board.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, what do I look like as a black man? Right? What do I look like as a black man moving shady? Right? What do I look like as somebody who's been doing this from jump? Right? It's like my rap sheet is impeccable. You know what I mean? It's like
You got a good rap sheet, actually.
My rap sheet is impeccable. I've been, you know what I mean?
You've done good business.
Do you know what I mean? I challenge anybody
Respectfully.
I challenge anybody to put their hands up and say, yo, this man defrauded me. You know what I mean? This man leveled, accusations against me. This man, it's like I don't do business like that, because everything I do is founded on integrity as a value. Our value system dictates everything that we do, and so and this is not a Stay Low conversation. This is a me conversation right now.
Yeah,
And
This man is too well spoken. Way too well spoken. You know these well spoken guys, they're too smart.
And I'm saying collectively we run this label. I'm saying I came up with it. I'm saying even on news, right? It's like, because that's the rapport that we had at some point. It's like I came up around the time of everybody, the Coolies and the Caspers and the Keenans and Cash Times. And
yo, somebody let me know, is those reversed, well, the way they're trying to block out the names, is that in the original video, or is that just in the reaction? Ugh, what am I saying? Like, is that in the PNG video, or is this in the actual Bhuda T interview that they are blurring the names, I guess? Because that's just strange to me. They're just blurring out so much.
In the next generation with the Nasties and the Reeses, and to this generation,
he came a long way.
The Kezes and
the
whatever.
Kezes,
It's like,
okay.
I'm saying,
Shout out
I challenge anybody to come forth, and I'm saying that is something that is like not considered, because I'm going back to what I was saying. It's like, what are the facts saying? What is the information saying? What is the business saying?
But the facts,
I want to
man.
hear about how you feel.
So he spoke on a
But your feelings, huh? That's basically what he's saying, man. Spicy.
couple of things, right? Firstly, that Zoocci was initially signed to stay low through the record label, as well as also having a management deal with them. But because Zoocci no longer wanted to work with the label, Stay Low released them from their management deal, but still have him signed under the label. He also mentioned that the only project Zoocci released under the label was Anxiety Plus.
Why don't they let him go? As I said earlier on in the video, why don't they just let him go? Clearly he doesn't want to be there. Complete all flipping communications. End it there and keep it moving. Why is he still signed to you if you know he doesn't want to be signed to you? Now, of course, there's contractual obligations, but what are those obligations? Let us know so we can understand the severity of the situation, bro. You know?
And he further continued by stating that he couldn't reveal much because this is a legal matter. Now, Fred brought up an important conversation topic about the label investing in an artist, and how usually in cases like these, the public tends to sympathize with the artist rather than looking at all the facts. He spoke on that labels and corporations have always exploited artists for the longest of times, and that's something he's aware of, but at the same time, we as the public, we as the fans are partial to the artist because we have a relationship with them through the music. He mentioned that the artist has a voice, and that's literally their voice they use to communicate with, whereas the label doesn't have that.
I think this is Vaughn's crib. This is Vaughn's old crib. Don't ask me how I know that.
Luxury with the audience. He also stated that a situation like this is basically a convenient narrative to jump on as a person in the public because it's believable, since so many cases like these have been documented. But it's important to analyze the information we consume, because a lot of the times these accusations are based on how the artist feels instead of looking at all the facts and hearing the side of the label whilst looking at the business side of things. Now, Fred personalized the situation, and because he's one of the key figures that Stay Low, he took these allegations as a personal attack. I mean, Zoocci has kind of created this narrative of Stay Low being a slave plantation, where he views himself as a slave at the label, not having any sense of freedom. And Fred understands that because in SA we've gone through our own racial struggles, and us as the public would easily sympathize with the black artist who feels oppressed by the white man being Vaughn.
Now, I just want to say, my interactions with Vaughn, I've met him a few times. It's always been good. Always just a genuine dope guy, you know? I don't know him, like know him, you know? But yeah, he just, to me, doesn't seem like the type of guy who would be that shady. Like, just the way he carries himself. Like, nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has a bit of a dark side to them. But I just don't know. It just seems a bit too crazy for me. But then again, if we look at the Vaughn and the Shane Eagle situation, it seems like that didn't end amicably, you know? That didn't end like a mutual, like, oh, thanks for, you know, everything you did for me, my boy, I'm moving on, cool, you do your thing. It ended like, we're not talking anymore. There's bad blood. We're canceling all business. We're canceling everything. So Vaughn's sort of relationships with artists that have ended seem to have ended badly, you know? Why? I don't know. Maybe they just don't like the way he does business. Maybe he goes by industry standard, and artists don't like industry standard now. They want more of the cheese. So I don't know, but I say that to say, me personally, I know Vaughn to be a really nice guy. But again, like I said, I don't know him like on a personal level like that. So hey, who knows?
But Fred states that it's irresponsible and exploitative for him to paint that picture because it's triggering to us as the audience. Now, Fred wants us to consider that he's a black man, and he also runs the label as well as being one of the founders. I mean, he continued by saying that there's nothing in the label that happens without him knowing, and that it would look crazy if a black man like him was doing something shady towards another fellow black man.
Oh, no, sir. Let's not act like this don't happen on a daily. Let's not act like black brothers is trying to hold each other down. Nah. Niggas act like it's man versus man. You versus me. Player versus player. That's how it is amongst the black community. Let's not act like it ain't. Like, yes, in your small circle, you're going to hold each other down. But when it comes to the next guy that you don't really know like that, who ain't really fam like that, you saying you're not going to fuck him over because he's a black man and you're a black man? Come on, please, bro. Let's not act like that don't happen every day, every single day in corporations and businesses across the world, in the hood. Bro, niggas is killing each other for being on the wrong block. Okay, let's not act like niggas ain't doing each other dirty. Okay?
Now, he also challenges anyone in the industry or not to come out and state whether he's defrauded them, because he doesn't do business like that, and he moves with integrity and values. He circles back and states that people don't consider things like that, where they need to analyze what the facts are saying. What is the information saying, and what is the business saying? Because he doesn't want to hear about your feelings. He takes everything personally, and accusations like these are an indictment on his character, even though the narrative is centered around Vaughn. But in the end, he still has respect for Zoocci. Now, what I will say is that Fred does definitely present a new perspective on the situation. I mean, when I first realized that Zoocci wasn't delivering on his promises by him dropping new music, and then him dropping Current State of Mind 5, while I will admit that I did sympathize with Zoocci's situation, but now with Fred asking us to reconsider the situation, taking into account that he also runs the label alongside Vaughn, as well as him also stating that he wouldn't participate in any shady dealings against Zoocci, well then, is that reason enough for us to change the way we view this situation? Well, I will say that it's something to definitely consider. Now, Fred kept on mentioning that we need to look at the facts, which would be following.
Which facts, bro? Which facts? Okay, I will say one point though. He had a point about saying that Zoocci's side of the story is a bit shaky. I won't lie to you. Zoocci's side of the story is hella shaky, bro. Like fake signatures. They won't let him drop music, but then he drops a song about the people who won't let him drop music. Okay, I get it. He didn't drop it on DSPs, but you can still drop music. Then you promised us music. We never got music. Then there was one time you said you quit or... Hey, bro, I don't even want to get into that because I love Zoocci, bro. So, I don't know if you're going to see this because sometimes I think nobody's watching these videos. Next thing, they DM me like, hey, brah, shout out. So I'm like, hey, dude, I might have said something crazy. But at the end of the day, hey, man, this is my opinion, bro. Who cares?
What the contract says, but obviously we don't know what is actually stipulated in the contract.
We don't know,
but it must be binding since Zoocci is still part of the label despite wanting out. So with Fred wanting us to listen to the facts, the information, and the business, wow, would it be wrong for us to do so since the label has been able to keep Zoocci signed? I mean, to every situation, there's always three sides to the story. There's the two opposing sides, and there's the truth. And with Zoocci being a relatable artist, sympathizing with him would be the most expected and plausible outcome compared to believing the big bad label. And so maybe it wouldn't be that bad to look at the situation from a different lens. Now it's going to be interesting to see whether Zoocci responds to these claims, because in the past, every time Vaughn had spoken on this situation, Zoocci had always come back with a response. So maybe he'll have a response for Fred as well, or maybe he has enough respect for him to not respond at all. But this is a legal matter, so there's a possibility we might not hear anything from this situation until the case is settled. But you guys, let me know your thoughts on this. Are you willing to reconsider your stance on this situation with Zoocci and stay low? Are you fully siding with Zoocci? Comment down below.
Okay, so for me, I personally can't fully side with Zoocci because I feel like there's too many holes and cracks in Zoocci's story, right? Like, stay low. As a business, the fact that they're so openly saying we're going to handle this matter, you know, via the court system, a legal battle is ensuing. They seem like they standing on business, whereas Zoocci just seems like he's just saying anything. Oh nah, white man did this. Ah nah, they ain't letting me drop music. Ah nah, the album. Ah man, they won't free 25k man. Like, bro, like, give us some solid facts that we could say, okay, Zoocci, we can see what happened here. He's like, I'm like the craziest part to me, like I keep saying it. He's saying that they faked the signature. Stay low. The way they move, I just don't think they're doing that, bro. Stay low has brands. The Stay low is a proper business. Like, these guys are an entity. Like, don't let this boutique label thing fool you. These guys have money, bro. They have investors. The people stay in entertainment, they're nothing to play with, bro. Okay? Stay in entertainment, own Stay Low. So, just so you know, do your research on the Stay in Entertainment. Rocking the Daisies, just as one thing. They're the ones behind Rocking the Daisies. And you know how that is with the international guests and everything. So, you know, they got some pull. So all I'm saying is I don't feel like they be doing business like that. And I don't think Stay Low would be doing business like that, knowing very well the type of command they're under, you know. So I say that to say, to me, Zoocci needs to come with a stronger case, and he needs to prove to us why he feels as if, you know, he has grounds to stand on in this battle. But anyway, let me not ramble on too long. I'm sure this video is like 30 minutes. I always think it's going to be 10 minutes, but then I just be talking. And you guys be like, shut up, boy. Shut up. Okay? Let's keep it PG because, hey, I don't need any more flipping warnings or whatever. I don't know why you're warning me. Stop warning me. Anyway, yes, guys, that is my take. I feel like I have more to say, but I'll talk forever. Anyway, it's been your boy Dwayne. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Apologies to those guys who have made requests for me to do reactions and I haven't done them. It's just that, yo, guys, I'm always in a fight against time. Trust me. But yeah, anyway, yes, sir.